So E3 2015 has come and gone. There was lots of hype surrounding that.
Yes.
What do we reckon? E3 2016, Tim. We thought we'd get everyone together again to see what their predictions would be for that.
Yep, and there's certainly some interesting predictions, so let's go straight into it.
I am recording this in June 2015, so you know, it's the perfect time to predict what's going to happen in E3 2016.
With E3 being one of the biggest and greatest video game shows and conferences in the world, it's a bit of a huge influx of information to take in 3-4 days worth of conferences.
We came from an E3 where we had The Last Guardian, where we had Final Fantasy VII, we had Shenmue, well, actually all the fanboys have been predicting that, hoping, whatever.
The thing I most want to see out of it, well, aside from Half-Life 3, which we all know is going to be dead anyway.
My predictions for E3 2016 is Half-Life 3 will not be announced.
It would have to be the NX. I mean, this mysterious new system that no one really knows that much about.
Suda51, he's been very quiet with a lot of things, especially with Let It Die. I want to see if he's got any collaborations or anything in the works.
I just want to see what it is. Like, what is the future of Nintendo's hardware? Is it this weird mobile device that also plugs into a home console? Is it a smartphone platform? Is it, I don't know, I think that does backflips every so often when you do something cool?
Same deal with Swery65, being the hive mind behind D4 and Deadly Premonition. I want to see if he's got any content lined up, maybe something D4 related.
Is it just a great way to sell Amiibo? Who knows? Who knows? But I want to see it.
So let me try and throw my sort of predictions into the air.
Platinum Games, it's going to be interesting to see what kind of projects they have coming up, because I know they have their fingers in a lot of pies, they have a lot of projects, and like give them any franchise or any IP or any premise, and they'll just they'll just come out of the stables running.
VR is going to be a big thing in 2016 with the release of the Oculus, the Vive, and the Morpheus potentially. However, I don't actually think we'll see that much of that on the E3 stage, because for one, it's really hard to demo those, and besides, EA and Ubisoft haven't exactly indicated any interest in that territory yet. So I think that will be stuck to the fringes of the E3 show floor and maybe more direct videos.
So with so many Japanese developers using Kickstarter to start up new or old projects, as it were, and with Square on point with some of its older franchises as well, I'm really hoping that we see a revival of one of the older series, maybe Suikoden or something like that.
We might also, maybe this is just a personal indicator, but I also want to see a racing game from Criterion. They announced that they were working on a small thing during E3 2014, so I want to see if they want to follow through on that.
For E3 2016, I am hoping for Phantom Dust. It was announced last year with a trailer.
Phantom Dust as well. Microsoft have been very quiet within the development.
The company that was making it got shut down earlier this year, 2015, and nothing was mentioned of it this E3.
Hopefully there's some more news. Oz and I might start a petition.
I'm really hoping one of my favorite games gets remade into a sequel.
Let's see what happens.
It's hard to tell, but we did get Star Ocean and Nier this year, so yeah, time will tell.
Another one I'm hoping for is Beyond Good and Evil 2, which everyone in the world is hoping for.
And of course, we'll never see Beyond Good and Evil 2. I'm just going to say that enough times until it comes true. It worked for Shenmue after all.
All right, Tim, so what do you want to see out of E3 2016 that you didn't see in E3 2015?
Well, 2015 was the first year of the PC Gaming Press Conference, and it was terrible.
Was that a press conference, was it?
Yeah, apparently. So hopefully next year they actually have a bit more of a concise event, because having some lackluster announcents and showings and hosts, it wasn't good. And like Blizzard and Valve
are never going to show up. Well, Blizz literally has a convention for its own stuff, and the faithful will turn up to. Like, I mean, what they need to do is follow less of Nintendo's example for Treehouse and follow more of Nintendo's example for Awkward Sexual Muppets. Like I think that's absolutely it would work. Considering all the waifu games on Steam, I think absolutely that would work.
But what about you?
Now, for me, this is a strange one, but bear with me. Rockstar do not attend E3 as a general rule. They just, I don't know whether they're trying to be too hipster and too cool for them or whatever, but they just don't. However, the big thing I want to see by next year, by E3, or I'm going to get angry, is the new Bully game that I've feel in my bones that they're working on, because to me Bully is Rockstar's best franchise. Send your emails.
But what about the agent they announced at the Sony press conference?
Mate, let's look. I'll tell you what. Sometimes you've just got to give up on vaporware or release it. Duke Nukem Forever says hello, or Last Guardian in this case.
Yes.
But look, like the great thing with it is, it was such a good year in 2015. I'm really struggling to think of what 2016 could bring me that I really want.
New Nintendo console.
True.